Hey, church leaders. So, last week around this time, I talked about the importance of goal setting. So here we are, we're into about the middle of January, and the question is, how are those goals going? Well, as my friend Pete Hurst likes to say, goals without action steps are useless. Goals without action steps are useless. So what you need to do, and this is something that I have found to be helpful, is to come up with monthly, weekly, and daily action steps and rhythms that you can get into to move towards accomplishing your goals. So this is something that that I've gotten from a couple of authors that I found to be helpful. One is a guy named Dan Martell, who wrote a book called Buy Back Your Time. And another one is a Christian author named Jordan Raynor, who wrote a book called Redeeming Your Time. And one of the things that they talk about is the importance of creating something like an ideal weekly schedule, or basically a weekly routine that has different time blocks on it. And so that's something that I have found to be helpful, is to create blocks of time in my week to make progress towards the goals I've identified as being most important. So let me just give a couple of examples as I wrap up. So first of all, let's say that you have a goal to make sure that the sermon is published online every week. So the way to make weekly progress towards that is to maybe make sure that somebody is tasked with that and trained with that, and then that they have a designated day and time that they need to do that. Another one might relate to follow-up. Maybe your goal is to follow up with all visitors in a timely manner. So maybe you would designate a particular day and time to follow up with whoever the visitors were that week. Another goal might be related to Google search visibility, like I was talking about in a recent video. Maybe you want your search ranking to go higher than it is right now. Well, you need to make sure that you have a regular rhythm, maybe every week in the bulletin have a QR code printed, or maybe every time you have a congregational meeting, say something about the value of people leaving a review of the church on the Google Maps profile. Or maybe whenever you have a new members class, that you also talk about the importance of leaving reviews on the church's Google business profile. So there's a couple of examples, and it's important that you create action steps for your goals that you can work on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis.